Living with Lolita, grab a notebook and a pen. It's not about where you start, but how you win. There is no topic that can't be discussed. This platform is open, no need to hush.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lolita and welcome to another episode of Living with Lolita. Oh my gosh. First of all, I want to say happy Thanksgiving or belated Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a safe and happy Thanksgiving. I definitely did. I had my 4Ts here. My dad was here. My girlfriend came with her children. My cousin came with his kids. We had a really good time. We played games and everything. It was great, and I hope yours was as well. But listen, this is why I am coming to you today. I have been holding this episode in for a minute actually, and I went to church this morning and I feel like I got confirmation to just go ahead and just speak about it. The topic I want to talk about today is protecting your children at all costs. Many of you know that I'm going through like a battle with my children and their father, and he's not making it easy. Not really because he actually wants them, but because he wants to hurt me. I am not entertaining what he is trying to set forth. You know, when he's arguing with me, when he is berating me and belittling me in front of my children. I feel like he wants some type of communication, whether it's good or bad. It doesn't matter really what it is. And I'm tired of doing that. Like, I'm tired of the back and forth. This has been going on for a few years. It's just getting worse at this point. And my children are definitely suffering. So I wanted to ask you all, if you're in a situation like this to where you have to co-parent and the other person is being really difficult, like, what do you do? What do you do when you see that your children are suffering mentally and emotionally, spiritually, physically for that matter? Like when they are like really suffering and it's almost like your hands are tied. You've tried this and you've tried that. You know, people aren't listening. They're not giving you the time of day. They may think that you're lying. What do you do? I am at the point now where things go, I think of a lot of things. And I don't want to say those things out loud because I just don't. But I think of a lot of things. But then I know that if I do certain things, there's going to be repercussions for my actions. So I can't do those things. But it pains me to see my children suffering in ways that I feel I should be able to protect them. And it's a shame that I have to try to protect them from someone that's close to them. You know, I don't like that feeling. I know they don't like that feeling. And it's to the point where, you know, they just want to solely be with me. And, you know, I understand that. I totally would love that. I'm also not the person, though, to try to take children away from their father if it can be helped. If they were being like physically abused, then yeah, that would be different. You'll probably never see them again. But I feel that what is taking place at the moment could be repaired if the other person would just stop concentrating so much on me and concentrate on them. Because at this point, they're getting older and older and older, and they can see things, they hear things. So no matter what you tell them about me, they're going to believe what they actually see because they're old enough at this point. My children are very intelligent. They see and hear a lot of things. They just may not speak on those things, but they know what's going on at this point. And no matter if the other person is saying, you know, that I'm the evil person and that, you know, I'm going to go to hell and that I am destroying the kids mentally, I know otherwise and they know otherwise. And I am happy that they know that. But I also don't want them fighting my battles. What I mean by that is when the other person is speaking badly about me, my take on it is I don't care what he says about me as long as you and your sibling know the truth about me. That's all that matters. But sometimes children, no matter how much you tell them something, they still do what they want to do. And if they keep hearing someone talk about and, literally drag the other person, eventually they're going to say something. So I understand where that comes from. I don't need protection. But I want to just make sure that they are protected in every way possible, if that makes sense, regardless of who the person is. So there are some things that I am trying to work through when it comes to that. Because like I said, yes, this is a difficult situation. It has been going on for a minute. I do feel like, actually, I don't know what it's going to take for it to stop. I know that this person is really going to miss out on their children's future if they continue this behavior. They're not setting an example for the children to look up to. They're not setting an example of a male figure who is responsible and loving and caring and nurturing and communicative. Because there are times, when they're there and there's no conversations, there's no conversations in the house. Who lives with their kids and just doesn't have conversations? You fought for something and you have it, kinda, and now it's like, okay, well, I still want her to do more. She needs to do this. She needs to do that. I've really done all I can do at this point. There's nothing I have to do for the other person than take care of my children. And they know that I'm doing that. Whether they're at my house, whether they're at his house, whether I'm here, whether I'm there, they know that they can call on mommy and mommy is going to come to the rescue. If I need to Instacart food, I will Instacart food. I've done that. If I have to buy clothes and personal needs and make sure that they have that stuff over there, I'm going to do that because I've done that. If I have to give them extra money, if I have to make sure hair gets done, I'm going to do that. No matter what house they're at, no matter whose week it is, I'm going to take care of my household when they're here, and I'm going to take care of his household when they're there. And I was talking to a girlfriend yesterday, and she was like, you shouldn't even have to do that. And listen, I agree. I shouldn't have to do it. I shouldn't. But I feel bad that my children aren't getting the necessary things. I have to protect my children at all costs. And I know for people who have children really, this is common sense. Even if you don't have children, you know that they need to be taken care of. Weren't you taken care of when you were younger? Of course. I just don't think that people should let their relationship, whether it was a marriage or whether you were just boyfriend and girlfriend or fiance or whatever, and you had children or a child together, I don't think that one person leaving should make you turn into somebody that your children are not able to look up to. I know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I kind of am. My children look up to me. They know that we have conversations. They know that they are taken care of. They know that I listen to their concerns. They know that I can tell when things are wrong with them, even when they don't say anything. I pay attention to them. We do things together. We have our certain days where we do, certain things. And this isn't something that I'm doing because, I feel like I have to overcompensate. This is something that I've always done. I did it with my older children. Some things have changed, but I have done certain things with my kids. And I just feel like the other person can't handle that. They'll say that I'm the fun parent. And listen, I am a good time, okay? Like I'm totally a good time. But I'm more than just fun. They know that there's a level of fear that my children might have toward me. And it's just like I don't beat them or anything like that. I think maybe my oldest son probably got popped more than anybody when he was younger because he was bad. But other than that, I really didn't. I can speak to my kids and they know, okay, well, then that's enough. Like, maybe I need to just chill. She's mad. Like, but I just don't know what to do about this situation, y'all. Like, this has been the longest process ever. And like I said, my children are suffering. When it's time for appointments, like doctor's appointments and dental appointments, I do those things. And look, I'm a mom. I know what I'm supposed to do, but why can't dads do it? Why can't, like the other person chip in and help out? They helped when we were having sex, so why can't they help out throughout the child's life? I don't understand. But if you were to ask this person, what he does for the kids, and he will say, oh, I do so much, I do this and that. But no, you don't. You're lying to people, and people are listening to your lies because they don't know any better. But it's a shame that things have to be this way. It's a shame that two adults can't work together to make sure that their children are happy. Like I said before, my goal is not to, take the kids from their father or anything like that. That's not my goal. That's never been my goal. But I have to think about them before I think about him. Like they're always going to be up here and he's always going to be down here. And the things that he's doing to them, he's literally under the ground. Like, as far as like level wise, he's literally under the ground because I can't respect what you're doing. We can't have a conversation so that we can, come to a resolve. We have been, as you all know, going back and forth to court. And it's just the lies. And you trying to pull them away from their family, from my sister, from, their siblings, from their cousin. Like, you're trying to do all of this. And for what? For what? Like, literally, for what? This is the only family that my children know. And luckily, like I said, that my children are smart enough to know, look, this is my family. This has always been my family. When birthdays come around, when, Christmas, when it's vacation time, when, it's holidays, it's my family, just my family. None of his, but you want to take my children away from their family. And that's bothersome. That's bothersome that you would go below the belt and try to accuse people in my family of doing things to my children. It's bothersome that you would try to physically hurt me and my family. For what? What is the main goal here? Like, I honestly don't understand. What is the main goal? So this is why I say I have to protect my children at all costs. And that's definitely what I'm going to do. And I will continue to do that until we get until my children are happy. I'll say that. Until my children are happy. I'm going to listen to them. I am going to take notes. I am going to fight for their rights because it's almost like, they're old enough to speak, but for whatever reason, like, certain people don't want them to speak, so then they can't say exactly what's going on. I know everything. I know everything. And it's so crazy because as much as this person throws me under the bus, my children know that it's all lies. They know it's all lies because of the communication that I have with them. Now, am I wrong for bringing them into the situation? In the beginning, when this first started, yes. And I didn't say anything. I never said anything to them, but they could still hear us arguing and stuff like that. At a certain point, I was like, look, I'm not arguing anymore. Like, this is like stressing me out. Why are we arguing if I'm not even in the house? Like, what are we arguing for? And so I cut off the communication, and I wasn't calling, I wasn't texting him. I would just go through my kids like, hey, you guys need anything? Hey, how are you doing? You know, I would check on them during the times that I wasn't with them because that's just what I do. I'm going to make sure that they're good. And, you know, time has went past, and now I actually talk to them about certain things. I might talk to my older daughter more than I do my younger son because she's just more vocal. She's more vocal and he's more reserved, you know. But everything that's going on, everything that I know or that I've been told or that I've seen, I just don't say anything to him about it because it's not worth the fight. It's always going to be, well, this is your fault. This is you, like you did this, you and your sister, like it. That's what it's going to boil down to. So since I know that we're just going to go around the merry-go-round, I'm hopping off. You can ride that by yourself. I'm not doing that anymore. I'll just take another approach. But I do think it is important, though, for people that are in co-parenting relationships to just get along. Like, it makes life so much better, not just for you, but for the other person, for the kids, you know. Not saying y'all have to invite the other person to holiday dinners and vacations, but it makes it so much better when there's open communication and you don't feel like, you know, nervous when you have to send a text or ask the other person a question because they're going to yell at you for no reason, or it's almost like you haven't got over me. And once again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I mean, hey, come on. I just feel like you haven't got over me, so now you're making my children suffer because they stick up for me, or they may say something different than what you're saying about me because they know the truth. I just want to be civil. I do. Like I said, I've tried, and I got smacked in the face because as soon as we run to court, it's she doesn't know how to co-parent. I'm afraid she doesn't know how to do this. She doesn't know how to do that. I was doing that when you were away for 4 years. It wasn't a problem, but now it's a problem. I got it. And it's a shame that I'm the only one that's seeing this, and that when we go in front of certain people, they're like, the blinders are on, basically. That frustrates me. Like, I get so frustrated. But God is the finisher of all things. He's the beginning and the end. And he's going to work this whole thing out for myself, for my children, even for him. Because, you know, he needs to go talk to somebody. It's a really bad issue. I feel bad that my kids don't have somebody to look up to when it comes to being a father figure. And I will say that my dad is great. I'll say that their older brother is great, as far as males that they have in their lives, because they're consistent. My children know who they are, and they know that if they need anything, that it's a shame they would go to them before him. My children have went without, and some of the times it's because they don't want to tell me because they know that I'm going to get upset. Not upset to the not upset at them, upset at the situation, because I don't think it's fair. I didn't grow up like that. I don't care how he grew up. I didn't grow up like that. And even if you don't know how to do certain things, I have said the door is open. You can ask me any questions, but better yet, ask your children. Talk to them, because that's the relationship that matters at the end of the day. I'm going to continue to protect my children at all costs, like I said. And if y'all have any like suggestions or any stories or anything that you would like to share as far as, what you're going through. I know some of you have already reached out to me about, like co-parenting and, the ups and the downs and all of that, whether it's working out or not. But if anybody has anything, let me know. Like I said, I'm praying hard. I am praying over my children. I'm praying over their protection. I am dispatching angels every single day for them when they are not with me. When they're with me, I don't have a care in the world, of course, because I know that I'm doing my job. Like, I don't think any of my kids can complain about being taken care of when it comes to me. I don't think any of my kids would ever say that they were hungry when it comes to me. I don't think that my kids would say, I didn't have clothes or shoes that fit me when it comes to me. I don't think that they can say, you know what, you're not a safe space, because they know that I am. No matter, and now I will say this, because my oldest daughter says, yeah, you're in your calm girl era right now. And it's not really that. I mean, I guess you can call it that, but I think it's more of, I'm tired. Like, I'm getting older and I don't want to look ran down and rugged, like, I don't want to look like that. So I'm just, doing what God told me to do, and I'm going to be still. I am going to take notes. I am going to listen. I am going to pay attention, and everything will work out for my good. If you're going through this type of situation, trust and believe that God is going to work it out for you. Keep praying, keep having hope, keep the faith. But just make sure that your kids know that you have their back, their front and their sides. Okay? Because my kids know. Like, I don't care how old they are. Like, I got you. So that is what I wanted to discuss with you all today. Protect your children, guys. Protect your children at all costs. I'm not saying go shoot the person down. That ain't what I'm saying. Because don't say Lolita said. But, do what you have to do. Try the regular way first, the conversation, or hey, you think we can come to a resolve with the kids, or whatever. Like, just try the communication. If that's not working, then yeah, you're going to have to take different measures. And like I said, it's just it's heartbreaking just to know that two people who used to be in a relationship or be in a marriage, or that laid down together and had children, can't have civil conversations. But I sleep well at night, and I hope he does too. Okay, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for living with Lolita. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Y'all, my birthday is coming up. I'm about to be a whole year older in, what is today, the 13th? 12 days. In 12 days. So don't forget to wish me a happy birthday. All right. I love y'all so much. I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Love you. Mwah.
Her experience has created a safe place. One time with living with Lolita is all it will take. One time with the living with Lolita is all it will take. Living with Lolita, living with Lolita, living with Lolita is all it will take.